job here. I've been here all my life, and our farm is just north of Lake King. My father, he was obviously only doing what he knew at the time when he was farming, and he cleared most of this place, and so I was actually a part of that when I came back from high school. I had the privilege of seeing the bush in its virgin state. Fast track forward 30-40 years now, still improving the soil, but obviously in a different way to what my father did. Some people have actually said I should be a scientist. They might be right, but anyway, I'm a farmer and that's the profession I've taken, and I like to do it, but I can also incorporate science with what I'm doing. I guess the scientist bit of me, looks at the soil test and then find out what I need to do to address the soil, and then I have my instruments. I go out and I can check the soil, but more often than not I'm checking the sap of the plant to find out how it's actually performing, and I'm always inquisitive. I'm asking questions. You can always keep improving yourself by doing that. She comes through a huge big shift in how we approach things and what we do. I can remember years and years ago, when we had sheep, now and again you'd make a mistake and the paddock would blow and soil get compacted and all of those things. So they're a thing of the past now. As far as growing crops go, I mean, we certainly do grow a lot better crops. I'm not really in favour of the chemical approach, but it seems to be that we seem to have to rely on using some of them in dryland agriculture. You get a little bit smart about how you use them, and you always put a food source like fulvic acid or something like that to help decompose it in the soil. I can see the improvement in the soil, in the crops. By the same token that we have to be economical with what we do, the other cousin to that is the sustainable part. Obviously sustainability and economics go hand in hand. My main focus now is to increase the carbon content in the soil, because that has a huge effect on being a food source for everything. As long as we're improving the soil, and that will show in the way plants grow and the way they perform to the end production of harvest. The soil is a living organism. There's a huge amount of soil life underneath our feet. Whenever you go out to the paddock and you're actually going to put something on or spray something or spread something, you should ask yourself, am I harming the organisms or am I helping them?